Yeah, I think that there was a point maybe where wedding dresses we just buy. Then Nigerian designers started making dresses.
Yes.
And then the option of custom-made wedding dresses came in.
Buying is also limiting you because it's what you see
That you
buy.
If you say perfect wedding dress, it's actually, it relates to the person, the bride.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
perfect to her
Yes.
or for her, right?
Yes.
Because that's what she wants.
Well, let's hope that our daughters still think we're stylish. And because some of our moms in their time thought that this dress with their gloves.
As a designer, you're supposed to know different body types. That's the first thing. Like when I see you, I should know where you fall into.
Welcome to another episode of the Knotty Details, where we go behind the scene of everything it takes to plan a wedding. Today, we're talking about a very interesting topic. One that's, as long as you're planning a wedding, you somehow cannot run away from. The groom, the mother, the church, everybody's involved in this one. And that is the issue of the bride's wedding dress. Today, we're talking wedding dresses, and I have two beautiful, amazing, tantalizing women with me. I have
Leave Noah.
and
Valerie OKK.
Okay, tell me about you and what you do.
Hi, my name is Leave Noah. I'm the creative director for Leave Noah Clothing. We specialize in bespoke tailoring, custom-made outfits, prom dresses, party dresses. And we've been in business for 11 years and I'm here.
If you want to look like, if you want to show them, Livna is the place to go.
Lucky.
And Valerie.
Hi, I'm Valerie KK. I'm a costume designer
Mhm.
for movies, adverts, TV series. I'm also a personal stylist. So if you want to change your wardrobe, if you have an event, you have an occasion you want to go for, and you're confused on what to wear, I'm your girl. I also style brides.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm here. So yeah, that's what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's start with the question that every girl group chat has read and knows what a bride is planning the wedding. Why are wedding dresses so expensive?
So I think that wedding dresses are expensive because of the process. There's a lot goes into making wedding dresses. People just think it's, buying the fabric, taking the bride's measurements, and, they just want to sleep and wake up and the dress is ready.
Okay.
We hope or we even wish it's like that. But at the end of the day, it's really not like that. Sometimes it takes like months because people want to start early. So sometimes they give their measurements like, say, 8 months to the wedding. And say by the time they have come, maybe they come for the first fitting, it's fine. Maybe when they now come for the second fitting, maybe they've, gained some weight, lost some weight. So there is this back and forth. They forget that the designer has to, loosen the dress or remake the dress, and and because it's a wedding dress, designers actually take their time because they want the bride to be happy.
Yes.
We already have this notion that that's the happiest day or something. So your wedding day is supposed to be your happiest day.
Mm-hmm.
We already have that notion. So the designers also think about that. And they, when they say we put time and love into this, sometimes they really do. So I think that the whole process makes it, it has to be worth their time.
Okay.
So hence the expensiveness of it.
Fair, and I'm doing it fair with clutch with what
air
do you call it?
quotes.
With air quotes. Fair. What'd you say?
Okay, I need to add to what Valerie said. So, first, wedding dresses are not just any dress. It's not just any dress. They are specially curated dresses for a bride. So understanding that, that it's basically supposed to be a custom-made dress. And a lot goes in when you need to make a custom-made dress for a bride. First, you talk about the sourcing of fabric. You need to understand your bride's body.
Yeah.
You need time for fitting. So a wedding dress actually is supposed to take like processes. You do the mock-ups. You have to come for fittings before they lay the lace, before embellishments, before finishing. So it takes a lot. I feel like they factor in that the hours that are spent on the dress is factored into the price. Secondly, the kind of fabrics that are used, they're very expensive fabrics. You're talking about Chantilly laces, pure French laces. There's a lot of intricacy going into the dress. Now, let me talk about the handwork.
Okay.
Those beadings on the dress are handmade. They are like placed one after the other to suit the client's silhouette, right? So it has to be expensive. There's no how a wedding dress would be cheap. And it's custom made for you. So I think that's where the pricing comes in.
Yeah. Okay. So what is one thing that you think brides don't factor in when they are talking about wedding dresses or when they're trying to negotiate wedding dresses? What's one thing they think is not so important, but is very, very important?
Okay, I would say one of the things that stresses designers out is, like what Valerie said, is the timing. You have to give ample time and creative freedom, actually, for your dress to come out the way you want it to come out. I feel like they don't consider the fact that it's not just a normal ashwebi dress or just any cut and sew. It's a custom made dress. So you need about 3 months, 4 months to start preparing for your dress. So if brides consider the timing, I think they will get the dream dress that they wish for.
Yeah. So Valerie, you're a bride who designed your wedding dress. Why did you choose to design your wedding dress?
Well, so I think first of all, I didn't want to buy. Buying wasn't an option. Renting definitely wasn't an option. So it really was like I had to make mine. It had to be made. So then, once you have to make it, then you have to now design it. So I wouldn't say I did the designing entirely. It was myself and the designer. So it was just, putting heads together, sending each other samples. I tell her, the ideas I have in my mind. She will sketch it, send it to me. And I'm like, no, let's remove this. Let's add this. Let's remove it. Sometimes some things I think might work, she knows it's not going to work. So she says, no, this is not going to work. We'll remove it. At the end of the day, I would say, I wouldn't take all the credits. I would say both of us did this and also I was just like, as a stylist
yes.
and as a costume designer that you claim to be. I mean, if you don't do this now, when do you want to do it? So I think that's also one of the reasons.
So do you think it was easier or harder for the person that made your dress because you're a stylist?
So I don't know. So I think I would say it was easier for her because we've worked many occasions. Like she has made dresses for me. She has made dresses. She has made so many dresses for me, my clients. So she already kind of knows she understands me. She knows what I want. So that's also why, when I was saying I wanted some particular things, she knew that maybe at the end of the day, I may not like it. I might be seeing it on paper and thinking it's fine. But because she knows me and she knows that once I put it on my body, I'll now start giving her headache and all that. So she's like, yeah. So I would say, and she actually looked forward to it.
Okay.
It's something that she had said years ago, Valerie. We just be joking about it. Valerie, don't worry. All these ones are dear. I'm waiting for your own. I'm waiting for your own. So I mean, the time finally came for her to deliver and she delivered.
Did you enjoy the process or was it stressful?
What I would say stressed my designer
I was waiting for that.
was that when I started, the first time when I went for fittings, I weighed a particular size. I was weighing about something kg. And she took my measurement and I told her, Miriam, I'm going to lose weight. And she was like, I've been hearing this for years, And she thought I was joking.
Yeah.
Then when I went for my first fitting, I had lost about 8 kg.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot of weight.
And she was just looking, she was just going, she didn't know what to do. Like, Valerie, and I told her that, as you're taking this measurement, have that in mind. I don't know if you should, where the place where you took 32 inches,
yeah.
I think you should consider making it 30. I said, oh, Valerie, is that not you? So then the second fitting, we haven't had a second fitting again. I had lost more. So she said, that was it. That she's not going to touch my dress again.
Then third fitting.
It was 2 weeks to my wedding. That's when I went. I had now lost more. And so you had to have an agreement that I would not lose anyway again. Yeah, so that was the only way. So I had to stop whatever it is I was doing. That I was going to gym every day. So I had to stop that. So she had to she reconsidered from the beginning. I did not see my wedding dress till my wedding morning.
Wow.
That was risky.
So you had a lot to say when she was talking about that. As from a designer's point of view.
Yes.
Tell us what it's like.
So the stress is really stressful. Okay, so like if it was let's say she was my bride, it would have stressed us out. Why? Because let's say she was a new bride, maybe a new client, right?
Yeah.
Because we normally ask you if you're going to lose or add when you're having the consultations, right?
Yes.
Okay, so at that time, we can only project to say, okay, even if she would lose maybe 2 inches here and there or 1 inch, right? And then she comes with 8 inches, 8 kg drop. That's a whole lot. So what will happen then is that we have to start creating a new mock-up.
Yeah.
You can't start the dress. Yes, you can't just start cutting the lace or anything. You have to prepare like a mock-up. It's like a carcass. Let me say
yes.
So it's like mock-up. When you wear that one, that's what they keep doing the fittings on until we get the desired design. So I was even giving her accolades that her designer tried to pull it off in 2 weeks. That was, I'm telling you, that was a close call.
It was not sleeping.
Yes. And it actually turned out very beautiful. But most people don't like going through that stress.
Yeah.
So they wait for when you have your desired weight and then take your measurements and then go ahead. So those are the issues that can come up.
Okay. So I've heard people say that when they go back for maybe first fitting or second fitting and something needs to be done, prices are adjusted, or they'll say, oh, now there's a new bill. Now, I won't speak on all scenarios, but a lot of brides do feel like it's a bit unfair because we've agreed to a price. We agreed to a price, which is not cheap, by the way, because we all said wedding dress. Now, in your opinion, if somebody was losing weight and like in her case and weight was lost and all, is it a justifiable reason to adjust the price?
Okay, so I think different people and their policies. Right?
Yes.
Different designers and their policies. I feel like if they are going to adjust the price, for me, we don't do that. That's why I said I'd rather wait until you're done losing weight. Some other designers will factor in adjustments into the initial price.
Yeah.
So you don't have to now talk about pricing when the dress process has already started, right? Okay, but so for those who now come up with a new price, let me make the excuse for them. I feel like adjustment. So most tailors come and you pay per dress.
Okay.
Okay, so when they are done designing that dress, to them, they are done with that job.
Okay.
And that's because we trust your measurement. We trust that you wouldn't lose or add.
Okay.
So when you come back with 2 inches drop,
yes,
that's a lot of work, especially for designers.
2 inches.
Yes. So especially for designers who don't do mock-ups.
Okay.
Some people go straight to the point and make the dress.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where the issue
Challenge
comes up.
might be,
Yes, because they have to now loosen the lace. And some of those laces, I need to point that out, are hand sewn with needle and thread.
Okay.
Yes, so they call it lace placement. So when you put those laces on the dress, you literally have to remove the lace, adjust the lining before placing the lace again. So I feel that's fair.
That's justifiable.
Yes. But that should be a discussion that should have been held on or before. Yes.
So because you had a relationship with your designer, were you charged for that process?
No, I wasn't. But we charged somebody else.
But because you had a relationship. So I mean, so when you're planning for your wedding, losing weight comes at a price.
Yeah, because as she said, it's justifiable because they are like beginning the process again. So I mean, it feels like they are doing work. They are making 2 dresses.
Okay,
so
fair enough. But I would think that if you were, and now that you said it, I mean, it has given me context. Okay. But I would think that maybe the best way to be would be that if you're working with a bride, maybe add some of this cost, or just ask, is there any plans, as you said, so that maybe it might be better. But then again, if you increase the price, which will now be a new problem in itself. So, I mean, now, Livnoa, you made your wedding dress.
Yes, I did.
I know you're a designer, but why did you choose to make it yourself and not have someone else make it? And was it a more stressful process because you were making it for yourself?
Yes. There were so many things I wish I knew then. You know, when you first start tailoring, your body is shaking, your mind, you know everything. Apparently, that's like the hardest decision to make as a designer.
Okay.
Because you know all the styles. You think you know your body, right?
Yes.
You think you know the latest thing. And you end up just sewing. I won't lie. If I knew what I knew then, I would not wear that dress. I was at one, the kind of dress, it was bulky. I had a very long train. My chief bridesmaid almost I don't say that. But, it was a whole lot I should have factored in if I had the knowledge I had now. But I chose to make it because I felt I could make the dress for myself. I had the time to do it.
Okay.
And I just wanted to showcase my craftsmanship. Basically,
Yes.
that was why I did it. But looking at it now, I feel like I did too much. I should have just...
If you were to go back then, will you still make your dress or will you have someone make it?
I'll definitely
You
make
still
it.
make
But
your dress.
the styling, I will need her services. I will need her services. I feel like it's easier. You're a bit more chilled.
Okay.
You're not stressed.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone's taking care of you.
So, did you make your white and traditional wedding dresses?
Yes, I did.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, which do you think is easier to make? And for you, Valerie, which is easier to style a bride for?
I would say trad is easier because I know, like I said,
agree?
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I like
It's actually easy.
the notion of your wedding. When they say that your wedding day is your happiest day, they're not referring to the trad. Yes, they're always referring to the white wedding. So it's the white wedding that is supposed to, but the big day, a lot of things, a lot of pressure is the white wedding, the white dress.
Okay.
But traditional wedding, I think you can escape with a few things. Yeah, or
Mm.
so many things you can, because you also know that traditional dresses is kind of tailored to tradition, to cultures.
Yes.
So
I
some
wanted to add
people's
that.
some people's cultures are
Very
simpler
simple.
than others.
Mm.
So they can, do all the simplicity for their trad, but they would not want that for their white. So they're just, okay, my culture is this. Let my white wedding come, then you will know what I can do. Yeah. So I would say that white wedding is actually the hardest to style.
Okay.
I think I agree with her.
Okay.
So for my trad, we had, so in Delta, you wear the aquacha.
Okay.
So that fabric is almost like ashoke, but a softer version of it. There's a limit. Normally, culturally, you're supposed to just tie it on your chest. So if you're going to make a dress, you could make maybe a tube dress. It's a bit easier compared to a wedding dress. You wouldn't, I didn't really go all out because I wasn't even going to have a big trad. So I just wanted something that was comfortable, stylish, but very comfortable. So I think I agree with the trad was easier.
Even for the brides you work with?
Yes, way easier. They don't stress me so much. Like I said, the process in making a wedding dress. So for like trad, you can do just 2 fittings and you're good.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the person's measurement. So they come for the first one. Once the body fits, you go ahead with your embellishment and you're good. Like when they come, they just pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, but wedding dresses you have to follow that due process.
Okay.
Yes, you can't wing it. Okay.
So earlier when Valerie was talking about her wedding dress and saying she didn't want to rent and she didn't want to buy, you're like, So I want to find out from the both of you what you have for or against renting and buying.
So buying, I'm against because I feel like not every dress tailors to your body type.
True.
That's why I'll say against. Renting, that has never been anything that I'm interested in. If you're short on budget, maybe you can go that route.
Yes.
Right. But if you can get a designer who can tailor a dress in that same budget, I'd rather you go for a tailored custom-made dress.
Okay. And you?
Yeah, well, it's almost similar to what she said. And I'm kind of sentimental, to it. For renting, I just feel like it doesn't feel like yours because I'll just be calculating how many people have worn the dress before me. So there's that. It's not that I see a problem with people that do it because like she said, if it's within your budget, all well and good, I'm for it for you. It's actually not something that I've ever, I think about or I thought about. The price for buying sometimes is not really far from making it yourself. So I just feel like, and buying is also limiting you because it's what you see that you buy. But compared to if you're making it yourself, it's your career. Just, you're allowed to go crazy on the design, and you know that this is you. Even if you took it from somebody else, maybe you tweaked it just for it to be yours. Yeah, so that's why I'm for that, and I wouldn't just say I'm against the others, but yeah.
I think that it has really been about pricing a lot that has really made people start looking towards. I think that there was a point maybe where wedding dresses
we just buy.
Then Nigerian designers, and thank God, started making dresses.
Yes.
And then the option of custom made wedding dresses came in. Maybe at the beginning it was a bit affordable, but now I think a lot of brides, when you start asking the question of wedding dresses, when my cousin was getting married, it was a case of, is there a wedding dress that is 1 million naira? And so it's really a case of the cost. But one thing that you said is that but renting has also become expensive. That's why what you said in terms of what is the cost of renting?
Yes,
and is it possible to even find somebody to make something close to that? But I mean, I don't think it's not a one fit size approach again. I think people just need to do what they can, so that it doesn't break the bank, or it doesn't finish them anyway. Now let's move to the process of the making. And one thing is fittings. We've already started talking about fittings, because fittings are so, as you said, both said, so important. Let's talk about the room where the fitting is going on, emotions and people. Are there people that you've seen that you think should not have been in the fitting with the bride?
Yes.
Yes. And like I said it without even thinking.
Yes. So I feel like the mother of the bride
should not be there.
No.
Why?
Some best friends. I will explain.
Okay.
Because most times when the bride comes, right?
Yes.
She comes herself, or maybe with that best friend, right? And then you guys have done your consultation. You know what she wants. She has explained. And during the fitting, it's actually what she wants.
Yes.
But then somebody else's opinion is seeming to override hers, because then they now say, you should have done spaghetti. No, maybe you should drop it. No, these are hip. Don't you think it's too tight? Loosen it out. The church will not allow that. So it's a lot of drama, I feel like. And then at that point, the bride is under pressure. She's stressed. And then she's either tilting towards the voices she's hearing, or standing like on her own to say, okay, I chose this style. So there are a few of them that I've seen that told them like, this is what I wanted. And it's fine. So this kind of chaotic fittings. But there are some that actually go very well. And you're happy that they are there because they could actually appreciate your craftsmanship.
Yes. So it's always that you never know how it will go until...
And your heart is always beating as a designer. I don't think there's any that's just like your rest assured. No matter how confident you are, you can't really tell, especially the emotions the bride came with.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not the dress. It could just be she's tired, she's stressed, pressure, all sorts. Yes.
Okay.
Whatever I'm going to say is just going to be very close to her. But I also think that for us here, or should I say Nigerians, I don't want to generalize, but also I think we the brides here always like to reveal their dresses on their wedding day. Yeah. So I don't think we're very, very, very big on people going with us for fitting, maybe except your best friend or who is your chief bridesmaid, because at the end of the day you might need assistance, or you might just need an extra opinion. But sometimes some people take mothers and all that. As she said, sometimes it's not a good idea. But I have come to realize that for us here in Nigeria, majority of the brides they always want to reveal their, maybe because we watched a lot of whose wedding is this on TLC. We watched a lot of it.
Say yes to the dress.
Yes, and seeing what happens when you take like a battalion of people there. And for them abroad, you can even try dresses
on
a year and just plan ahead. But we don't really have that here. So we like the one time they are going for a fitting, I'm not about to have anybody distract me. So I think that's what it is here.
Okay, then the concept of the perfect wedding dress, do you think is real, or just something that has been passed down where people just feel like when I wear the dress, I should feel a certain way?
Yeah. So I don't think if you say perfect wedding dress, it relates to the person, the bride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
It's
gonna say.
perfect
For
to
her,
her or
yes.
for her, right?
Yes.
Because that's what she wants. It's her dress.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I won't say in terms of store-bought or DIY. I'm talking about like custom made.
Yes.
She has gone through the process. You've taken her through everything, sketching, conceptualization, everything.
Mm.
So when the dress comes,
Yes.
she feels that perfect dress when the whole look comes together.
Yeah.
That's when you get that emotion of the perfect wedding dress. But I don't know if you're going to say there's a particular, but you can't find it. Except I feel like it's how the dress makes you feel that really matters. But people saying there's no way you find it except the dress makes you feel that way.
Yeah, I think I agree with her. And just as she said, it's definitely perfect for you. Because you might see a particular dress and you've seen it on somebody else and you think, wow, that's the perfect. Forgetting it might not be the perfect dress for your body. And you take that dress and put it in your body. All of a sudden, it's no longer the perfect wedding dress anymore. I think it's just how it fits your body perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now this thing you said around the perfect dress being how it fits your body, because for a lot of brides, you see a dress and you love the dress. And then you have that picture of the dress in your head. Now, if you don't go about trying dresses, say, I just see this dress, I think it's going to be beautiful on me. And I come to a designer and I am like,
exactly,
this dress, I want this dress. And then we get to the point where it doesn't fit me. And then maybe that's the point where brides are a bit disappointed because there's the assumption that when I wear the dress,
it would just
instantly I should be transformed. And there's a feeling. So how does a bride go about knowing what the perfect dress would be in terms of custom? So for example, one of my friends was getting married. Her first goal was, I will go to rental stores and try dresses.
Okay.
Just so I get a feel of what I think is great or perfect.
Okay.
Then when I have seen that, I can now take and add pieces. Now, in the case of custom, where's the space for that?
Okay. So I would say, as a designer, you're supposed to know different body types. You can, in fact, that's the first thing. Like when I see you, I should know where you fall into.
Yeah.
I'm an hourglass shape. Your bride, let me give an example. So I had a bride who was like an inverted triangle. So imagine a triangle, but then turned upside down. It's not a bad shape per se.
Okay, yes. Okay,
so there are ways to style that kind of body type.
Yes.
So somebody who has an inverted triangle has a broader shoulder.
Okay, and that's what I was trying to understand.
Hip.
Okay.
Okay. So now,
maybe ball gown.
Yes. So you need like an empire waist kind of dress, an A-line. You can't be doing mermaid dress.
Yes.
There's nothing to mermaid.
Okay.
So, and then she actually asked that I add shoulder pads. But I didn't like that. Like, you have to craft hip for her if you have to do that.
Yeah.
And then she asked for shoulder pads. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't add to your shoulder. You're supposed to create maybe a sleeveless or a small cap sleeve or a strapless, something that will not make your shoulder look more exaggerated.
Yes.
But then will now add the volume to your lower body. What it does is that it kind of balances the proportion out. So I feel like every designer is supposed to know the different body types.
Yes.
So as to advise the bride. So you can come now and say, oh, I like this ball gown. And then you're an apple shape. So you know the apple, right?
Yes.
So it's like round, they are fuller on the tummy area, no distinct between the shoulder and the hip.
Yes.
So those kind of body type, you can't do ball, you look wider.
Yes.
So an umpire waist, that's something to just give you some kind of shape that cinches on the waist and opens up, will help your dress look good. So in the terms of custom made, I feel like any designer you're going to, you first ask questions like, do they understand your body type?
But have you had a bride that didn't listen?
Well, I wouldn't tailor for you. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't. It's almost like, let me give you an example. So I had a client sometime in December. It was a burial they were going for, and she chose a corset. I'm talking about she's like in her 50s.
Okay.
She chose a cut-out cup corset with veil and things. And I told her, ma, this is a burial. Most times it's like kaftans, skirt and blouse, nothing too serious. And then she got the dress, and her friend advised her that, it was too young for her. now put him in a box.
Yes.
Do you understand? So that kind of client, even after I advised her, she insisted that I went ahead. Now I have to bear the cost.
Why?
Because I'm nice. It's not because not everybody will do that.
Yes.
And because she's a returning client. So it's not
Yes,
like
okay.
it's not a one-off.
Yes.
So now she knows that when I advise her, she would listen.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have situations like that where some people wouldn't listen.
So let's talk about bridal stylists, because earlier when it was mentioned, you guys were like, yes. But I mean, when I got married, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
and it was not so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got married almost
At
the same time.
yes.
It wasn't a thing. And now everywhere is like bridal stylists. And maybe I'm still struggling to understand why we need bridal stylists. I just want to ask. I'm not against bridal stylists. I'm just asking, why do you think, okay, you know, why are you people important for a bride?
Thank you very much for that question. So I think that for brides, or why brides need bridal stylists, is because just as we said, as we already spoke about, you know, a bride seeing a particular style and thinking, you know, the style would be good for her. So that's also another place where the bridal stylist can come in. Sometimes some brides don't know what they want. They want, you know, professional advice, you know, and also they need guidance. They need somebody to guide them. And, you know, sometimes you're thinking, if I go straight to the designer, this designer just wants me to patronize her. So she might just advise us on what she thinks is right. So let me get somebody that has done this for other people. What you think, you know, and just guide me through the process. So step in, bridal stylist. So I think that it's necessary.
Okay.
Yes, it's necessary for chill people that don't like stress. People that don't like stress. People that don't want to be stressed. They don't want to be pressured. I just want to relax. You know, I have somebody handling stuff like that. Yeah, so that's why we have to work. That's why we have work. That's why we're working for. We're working for the money. You know, we can help you. You know, we join heads together, come up with your design. If it's something that you're confused on, two heads are better than one. Okay. Why not get like a professional person? So that is it.
What happened to all your friends in your friend group? I'm just looking because your friends might also and
your friends, opinion differs. Yes. So
yeah. As a designer, what's your own opinion? Do you prefer working with stylists, with bride directly? And what's your take on the rise of bridal stylists?
Okay, so I'll start from the rise of the bridal stylist, right? I feel like most brides get bridal stylists for ease. Okay. On that day, aside the making of the dress, so they're the ones that follow up with the designer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you don't have to actually talk to the designer.
Okay.
Yes, your stylist will follow up with the designer, sometimes pick fabrics together. So they are readily available when you need, instead of speaking with the bride. So I feel like most brides would rather just give out that job to a professional, rather than doing it herself, because sometimes they're not available. Okay. Then you asked if I would prefer working with
a bridal stylist or the bride
working with the bride. No shade, but they will stress you.
That's okay.
Who will stress you? The bridal stylist. Bride should be happy to hear that.
See, they will stress you. They're the ones that will drag you, pull you. Like, they want the best for their brides. They're actually working, and I totally understand. But it's just that most times their opinions conflict with the designers. But sometimes when you find the common ground, it actually it makes it work.
Helpful.
Yes, the dress actually turns out beautiful.
Yeah, you know, when both of you are saying this, it actually occurred to me that the planning of the wedding and the wedding dress are like two of the most stressful things.
Oh, yes.
And then there's your planner for that. So now the dress, which is another stressful point, now has somebody else to manage or handle that. So that I think especially if a bride is doing different looks, like where you're doing traditional, they're doing traditional, and some traditions the bride will change dresses twice. 2 or 3 times. And then you're now doing the white wedding, and then you're going to do after party, reception dress. So there's just so much actually that is happening in the dress space.
And a lot of brides don't want to deal with
that. I mean, I can understand if you're choosing ease.
and let's not also forget that it's not just the dress. There's still accessories. There's shoes. In the case of traditional wedding, there are bags. there's gele,
There's
you know,
fan.
you don't want to, I mean, the bride doesn't want to be the one to go to the market and start
to
walking
source
around
for that.
looking for sourcing for
True.
gele that
Okay.
will match,
Okay.
or trying to get a purse that matches the shoe,
Okay.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Yeah. Sometimes some actually also take control of your hair, your makeup, you know,
Okay.
because it's like the
They're
full
putting
look,
the look
full look.
together.
yeah, coming
Yes.
together. Yeah. So many times it's not just the dress, it's
Okay.
the entire look.
Also
Okay.
the paparazzi that goes.
Yes. Also,
Yes.
they'll tell you the best way to pose with a particular dress. You know, for
Oh,
you to-
really?
Oh yes,
Yes, of
they're
course.
there till the
Okay.
end.
Yes, they're there
Actually,
too. Yes.
Okay. Are they also
an-
responsible for snatching you on the day?
Yes,
Of
they-
course.
they get you dressed.
Yes.
Everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a full
It's a
service.
full
It's
service.
full, yes.
Okay,
service.
That's
fair-
why it's premium
Very,
service.
very enough.
Should try it.
I still can't make up in my mind whether if I was getting married
If you're
today,
going to do
if I
it.
If
would
you're
do
going
it,
to,
but
Yeah,
I
for your
see.
sisters.
But I do now for the first time
Mhm.
see the value in what
Yes, it's
in what
necessary.
you're
I wouldn't
talking
say
about.
it's not compulsory, but it's
But
But
necessary.
it's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Now, Noah, in your 11 years of making dress, between the traditional dress and the white dress,
Yes.
which one do you prefer to be
The
making for the
traditional.
bride? The traditional.
The traditional The traditional dress. Let me draw you back to the process again. I feel like those dresses are a bit
Yes.
more easier to make. No dress is easy to make. But I'm just
Yes.
saying they're a bit more easier to make. I think you have more creative freedom in terms of, yes. Most brides will trust you to say, okay, you think what I brought is not good enough. Do you want to add? Do you want to remove? In fact, just do your thing. Also, I
Yes,
trust you.
yes, yes,
that
yes,
kind
yes.
of thing. I feel like it gives you more creative space, like to design the dress the way you want.
Yes.
And then the timing for that is not as long as the white wedding dress. So you can churn out a lot in terms of making profits in the business as well. So if you ask me now, I think I'll tilt more to the custom traditional dresses.
Custom traditional
Yes.
dresses. Fair
Yes.
enough. If a bride was to ask you about one thing
Mhm.
that should be the most important thing she takes to mind
Mhm.
before she starts shopping, or while she's shopping, or while she's doing the whole process
Yeah.
of trying to get her wedding dress ready, what would it be?
I think I would say it's understanding your body type. I can't
you really
overemphasize.
hammered on that.
Yes,
a lot.
I cannot overemphasize. I feel it gives you a better understanding on the kind of dresses. So like when you see a dress on Instagram, you're just like, okay, this one will suit me. This one will suit my body type. Once you understand your body type, it makes everything easier. So you could just go up to a designer to take your measurements. It's majorly your shoulder, your bust, your hip, and waist. And then when you watch YouTube videos, you see a lot of all those, like how to check what body type you fall under.
Oh,
yes,
that's really a nugget.
Oh yes, you need to. So when you do that, it just guides you. I feel like even general styling, like your own daily looks, it helps because you now know that, okay, maybe I should throw on a belt. Okay, maybe I should remove, it helps. So body type will be the
first thing. Know your body type.
You need to understand
you now begin to know what kind of
you can narrow it down to the kind of styles that fit
your body.
that body type.
Okay, that's great. Yes. As a stylist, what's your own opinion? The first thing, right?
It's body type. It's still body type. That's also where consultation comes in. Rather,
okay.
Yes. So that's consultation is very important, just in case you don't know your body type. And people are not even thinking about body type. They're just thinking about, I want that dress on it. So it's something that the bride should actually take into consideration before they start shopping for anything at all. Yeah.
Okay. That's actually really helpful. So before you get married, remember to know your body type.
Yes.
Look for dresses that fit your body type.
Exactly.
Then start shopping from dresses that fit your body type. So, our moms are lucky because they didn't have to do with all these things. In their time, dresses were really easy. But one thing that I don't think we do well in this part compared to like outside Nigeria is reusing or restructuring old dresses.
So like heirlooms.
Passing down heirlooms. We don't even do that. Maybe the best thing we can do that for might be traditional, where you take your mother's wrapper or an osheke that she had and you just sort of... But when it comes to white dresses, we don't do that. Why? Do you have something for or against it?
Okay. So against it because I think
you're against it.
And yes.
Okay.
because I feel like a lot of adjustments need. In fact, the dress has to be deconstructed because most styles right now, except maybe you really appreciated how your mom looked
Okay.
and her dress fits you.
Yes.
You know, maybe by the time the dress gets to you, it's either you're put on weight or you're slimmer. And then even if you have to like redesign the dress, it takes a lot. Remember I was telling you about the layers of laces and fabrics that have to go in. So it's almost like deconstructing the entire dress. Now, what works in that instance is maybe you can pick something you like.
Yeah.
Either you want to reuse the lace or you want to just redo the style. Or so most times, most designers would just rather make a new dress for you than having to do that. Deconstruct. But if the dress comes perfect, and you just want to stick to it like that, I'll be for it. I won't be against it.
Okay.
Oh, I think I would say trend as well, because we are so many brides are so into the corset trend, and we are not doing that then. So, as she said, it's going to involve a lot of deconstruction and constructing. So, and I actually think that it will be a thing very soon in the future. Because I think these days where people are now beginning to get into themed wedding.
Yes.
So a case of a vintage wedding, you just want to take it out. And to be honest, people are nowadays, we see on TikTok, on Instagram, people going into their parents' boxes, taking out things and repurposing it and stuff. Yeah. So I think it's going to come back. It will be a thing where people are repurposing their mother's wedding dress, and maybe they're doing like a vintage themed wedding or something themed wedding. Okay. I feel like it will come back because we are gradually entering into that era. Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be a thing for brides who choose to make their dresses. And you know, sometimes people say, what am I going to do with the dress after? Well, let's hope that our daughters still think we're stylish. And because some of our moms in their time thought that this dress with their gloves.
Everybody thought that.
It was the thing then. So let's hope that when the next our daughters and our children grow up, they will not be like, what was this? Because we are really feeding ourselves right now.
Because I used to tell my mom that the way her own dress was structured, if they had annoyed her on that day, she could have flown. Just flap her. She would fly out of the reception.
They were so enormous. Most of those dresses.
Yes, they really were.
It's not a case of there's no space of husband hold your wife. The distance.
You have to carry your dress yourself.
The distance.
Sorry, mommies, we love you, but those dresses.
I love you, mommy, but
Okay, thank you so much. We're going to now move to a section of the podcast that is a bit round. It's rapid questions.
Okay.
So I'm going to just ask you. I'm going to will you individually take a question?
Okay.
You can't explain your answer. At the end, you can decide to explain one of the things that you said.
Okay.
But what you're just going to say when I ask you is you're going to just tell me whether it's myth or the truth. Okay. So you take I'll start with Valerie, then you take the next one. Okay. Guests remember the dress more than anything else. Myth or truth?
Myth.
Okay. More expensive means better.
Myth.
Okay. You just know when it's the one. Myth or truth?
Half myth, half truth.
Your dress has to impress everyone.
Myth.
Okay. Too many options ruin dress decisions.
Truth.
Okay. Snatched outfits are more comfortable than they look.
Myth.
This one is perfect that is landing on you. Bridal styling, excessive or necessary?
Necessary. But necessary, but not compulsory. Don't quote me. It's not compulsory, but it's necessary.
Okay. So, is there anyone that you want to explain from any of the questions?
Yes, the corset one.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily. So even I, as a designer, right? I don't like corsets. I'm very chilled. Just zip me up and let me just be comfortable. Most times we wear those dresses because we want to showcase our brand, but they are not like, I make very comfortable corset dresses, yeah. And put that out.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yes, but
You actually do.
I actually
Because
do. When you wear my
I do
dresses,
remember
you're-
the corset dresses.
You're comfortable.
Yes,
you can
yeah.
sit. You can breathe. But I think I would rather go for a much more comfortable, just a simple cut. They'll go back to the bustier days when dresses,
Yes.
pack your body, but it doesn't have to kill you.
But the thing is, the idea behind corset was not that no matter if you don't have shape, it will snatch you into shape.
So a lot of people don't understand that it has to do with the making, also with the tying of the dress. You can make a very beautiful dress and then you go snatch. You're not supposed to snatch the bust and the hip. Corsets are mainly to accentuate your waist.
Okay.
So when you have that snatch only on the waist area,
Yes.
it kind of gives that, uptight, put together, and then your hip is relaxed. Now the dresses they make these days, they tie your boobs, tie your chest, tie your waist, tie everywhere. That I don't think that's what corsets are for.
Okay.
They're just supposed to give some kind of structure to your dress.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm going to explain about the dress, your guest remembering your dress.
Yes.
Ain't nobody gonna remember it. Like, will your husband even remember the dress you wore? And like, even you at some point, so you're like, let me even go and look at the pictures because I mean, I wouldn't just say it's for that day. Maybe, I think it's for you, not for, it's definitely not for the guest. It's for you because those guests, after eating and after one or two drinks, they've moved on. No? They've really moved on after party. It's been nice. Like they've moved on. So that's why it's very important that, you think about your comfort. And not maybe you're definitely not thinking about trying to impress people.
Anybody
doesn't make it. No, anybody going to think about it's not. Nobody cares about that comfort. My dress, I wasn't even thinking about corsets. No, I didn't wear corsets at all. It was just, although it had like zipper and it had this, to just
Inside.
fit, but no corset. I imagine how happy I was when my designer Mary Babs, thank you very much, when she said, "Don't worry, you don't need corset. We'll do it for you." I'm like, who sent you to me? So yes, like you don't need it. So your comfort is very, very important. Number one.
Okay. So considering that wedding dress is so expensive, I was trying to find where to rank it in the wedding budget. It's like after hall,
your
venue, dress now becomes the next thing. How important is the dress after the day? What is your wedding dress?
I don't know.
Okay, so I think what I did with this was I deconstructed it and I took out the top part. I don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
But you see that bulky part? Yeah. I used it to make a dress for a baby. Sis, sometimes it gets so dirty. You won't even want to see it again.
Yes.
Like the whole tug and pull.
Yeah.
I don't know if they should even place that much importance on those kind of dresses. Yes. Like most times you don't know what to do with it.
That's true actually. Valerie, what of yours? What of your old wedding dress?
Mine is still in the suits bag it came in and in the box it came. But, I thought that, because I'm also like a costume designer for a film and all that.
You can actually use it.
That does make sense.
Maybe eventually I will because, it's just, I'm still 1 year into the marriage. So maybe there's still time. I'm just leaving it there to marinate. Maybe one day when I'm under so much pressure, I'll remember it. Let it be marinating there. It's there, but yeah, that's it.
I don't even know where my wedding dress is. Honestly, the last thing I remember doing with it was putting it in the bag for it to be dry cleaned. And I don't even know who, right now, I can't remember who I gave it to help dry clean. I think I gave it to my sister-in-law, but I am not even very sure of where that dress is. I need to go and look for it. So one of the things that someone I know did was, so they asked the designer rents as well. So they said, make this dress for me custom.
Okay.
But after that, I'm going to give it back to you to rent it. But the cost, I felt like the cost should have been a lot more reduced. Because if you're spending close to 2M and the dress is going back to them and they get to rent it, but it was over 1 million, but at least there was some reduction in terms of, okay, she wanted a dress, she wanted a custom dress, but she didn't know what to do with it.
So did the designer buy it off her?
So they just made it so it was that we're going to make it for you at a discount.
Okay.
So we're not going to make it at the full price because we are going to have it back to rent it after the wedding. So I think that's another thing that brides can consider. As we've also
Yes.
discussed, maybe we can also, I should go and look for it and keep it. I don't even have a daughter.
Well, there are also
but-
there are some sites now and some
Yes, where
pages
you
that
can
actually that buy off
Take
your
yes,
dress and they sell it
as
later.
thrift,
Yeah, so
yes.
I
you
mean,
can thrift it to them.
thrift
There's
it.
that as well.
fair enough. That's a good
There's that
use.
as well. Or you
There are
can
a lot of
just do a
people don't know where their
giveaway.
dresses are.
Yeah.
They don't.
All right. Thank you so very much for
Yes.
being on the Knotty Detail
Thank
podcast. It's been so
you.
lovely talking about wedding dresses.
Yes.
And I hope that a lot of the brides that watch this episode find it helpful. You should
Yes,
find
you
it helpful,
should,
really,
yeah.
because wedding dress is such a big deal when it comes to the wedding day.
Yes,
Both in
it
terms of
is.
deciding what wedding dress to wear,
Mhm.
the cost of the wedding dress, finding what is right for you. So the conversations around the importance of a bridal stylist, if you know that you don't want stress, so that your wedding dress doesn't become an area of headache or stress, or when you look back on the dress, you're just unhappy, bridal stylist could be helpful.
Yes.
Also, knowing your body type. I wish somebody had told me that before I
Yeah.
started my wedding dress journey or
Journey.
sojourn. But I think it's very helpful to know what your body type is, so that when you're getting your wedding dress, you would know what fits your body. Thank you, Liv Noir, and thank you,
for
Valerie, for
having
me.
joining us
Welcome.
on the episode. So thank you so much, Liv Noir, and thank you, Valerie, for being on
Thank
on this
you.
episode of the Knotty Detail podcast.
Thank you for
If
having
our
us.
viewers and our listeners want to find you, how can they find you?
Okay, my Instagram handle is at Liv Noir Clothing
Yes, I think you
on
spelled this
IG.
Liv Noir.
Yes, so Liv Noir is LIVNOIRE and then clothing. So Liv Noir Clothing on Instagram.
Yeah.
My personal brand is Mrs. Chechet, so you can find me there too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Valerie?
So on Instagram, I'm styled by Valerie, and my personal page is Valerie Okeke. That's the only place you should find me. Don't find me anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you
been a
for
pleasure
having us.
speaking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Knotty Details podcast. I'm Dim Tang, your host. Remember to subscribe, listen, watch wherever you like watching your podcast, and see you on the next episode.
Step in, tune in. Friends, we begin. Hey, rings on the table, coffee still warm, stories and confessions right before the storm.